my brother just came in playing Michael Myers' theme song. We saw Halloween Ends last night. That was insane. We've been quoting it all day. It's been really funny. Like, my mom didn't go with us, and we come into the house like, did you really think I was gonna kill myself? Like, she had no idea what we were talking about. And you won't either if you haven't seen it yet. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Frankie W and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm doing a shelf decoration little video. So I ordered my bookshelf really recently and I hadn't been able to put it together yet because I needed a second hand. Insert clips.
You must stop, but you barely made the cut. You say you don't need me, but I'm calling you bluff. Cause you keep begging for it, no, you can't get enough. See, that's your issue, too much pride. Lucky I even replied. Said that I couldn't do better, but we both know that you lied. I write niggas twice your size. They know how to treat me right. You know that I'm your leader, so fall back in line. When you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know you're never safe. When you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know you're never safe.
Okay, pause my music. The bookshelf is built. It's like there's a top, middle, and bottom, and then I have the insert shelves I have to put in myself. Larry literally just left, so here it is. He said it is 6'7". So like I am 5'1". So I'm gonna stand next to my bookshelf. I also brought a stool so I can do this. Ready? Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, so it is currently, what time is it? It's currently about 2:30. So I tutor a girl in the neighborhood at 4. So I don't really think that's enough time to fully put all my books in. And I know that sounds dramatic, but wait till I bring all the boxes over. So I'm gonna do a little montage of me putting all the shelves on. And obviously it's gonna get adjusted eventually because I might make a smaller shelf for all of my manga, but I am just gonna put the bookshelves on right now. And that's it. There's 4, 4, 4 for each.
You're never safe. I may have seen some red flags, but I let you hit my line. You probably prayed for that. Gave you a couple nights you never take back. Didn't mean to guess you.
I've never read a book before because why was trying to figure out the sizing for this so difficult? Oh, I'm trash. It doesn't even fit. Okay, so the first shelf is definitely for my manga, and then I have to bring the next one down. Let me double check. Pretty good for manga and pretty much books this size, but books any bigger, it doesn't fit, and I have a lot of books bigger, so I'm gonna bring the second shelf down like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 more.
If you think you can do better, go ahead. I won't miss you. No regrets. Getting really good at goodbye. I just wanna have a good time. See, I stay away from drama. Strong believer in karma. Block your number so I don't go insane. And when you come to your senses and realize what
My bookshelf's here, so I'm gonna bring over, I have like 5 to 6 of those small heavy duty Lowe's moving boxes. Like, my room's not fully unpacked yet because I was waiting for this bookshelf, and hopefully everything fits. If not, I'm probably just gonna add another one to this side and build it out if I need more shelves, but fingers crossed I don't. But this is really exciting. I've wanted a bookshelf for a really long time, like a big one. I had like a baby one before, but this is my first big one, and the shelf is 6'7", so I look tiny next to it since I'm like 5'1". So
when you play these games, you get replaced. Baby, you should know you're never safe. When you play
kind of out of breath from that, but there we go. There are 5 Lowe's boxes and then like 2 tiny piles of books and stuff. So I'm gonna take a breather, and then I'm literally just gonna unload them all because I don't even know what's in each of these. Like, I know what books I own, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where my box sets are. I don't know where the really big ones are, because the School for Good and Evil is in here somewhere. Who? And Harry Potter. Oh. Harry Potter and the School for Good and Evil are gonna take up so much space. I need... And music. I saw Halloween Kills yesterday with my little brother, and the day before I saw Black Adam. Those movies are so good. Okay. I don't know if anyone else's laptop does this, but ever since I started like using more stuff, Spotify just doesn't open, and I don't know if it needs to be updated or whatever. Not a fan. I'll just play it from the TV. Move my laptop all the way out of the way. And connect to my TV.
I'm so curious, that's what I wanna eat that.
Okay, if you notice that now I have a nose ring in, you are correct, but it's fake. I have a couple fake ones like this, and one of them fell in one of my book boxes when I was moving them, and I found it, so I cleaned it and I put it on. So now we're gonna look at the pile of books I have now left us to deal with. So we have like a bunch from my film class. We also have some from my feminist fiction class. So like I have the Bell Jar, but I also have like other books like that. Then there's like the teen books I have, and there's also a bunch of books that I read when I was like really young. Like apparently most people don't read To Kill a Mockingbird and The Scarlet Letter in 9th grade, but I did. I also read The Color Purple. But I also read, you can see how old I was when I read Of Mice and Men, because why did I do that to the cover? I love decorating covers. I thought I was so cool for that. Then I have manga. I have the first 2 for Haikyuu. I think the first 5 or 6 for Attack on Titan. And then I have the first 6 from My Hero Academia. I have all 4 Alice Oseman's Heartstopper. I have Zoe's Gearbreaker. This is like, well, part of it, this top part was just in my September wrap-up. Here's the entire School for Good and Evil series. I talk about this book series a lot to people I personally know. It's one of my favorite series. The first book came out when I was in 8th grade, and the last book came out when I think I was 20, because it came out in 2020, I think. So that's when I was like a junior in college. So I've been with this book series since I was in 8th grade, and I just watched the movie. I saw a TikTok about it too. I'm upset that Sophie isn't worse, But also, yeah, I'm upset that Sophie wasn't worse, to be honest. That was one of my biggest gripes with it. But really liked these books. Besides textbooks, I just wanted to show this. This was one of the first series. Like, I read Harry Potter when I was young, but one of the first series, like, I'd tell you I love you, but I have to kill you. The Gallagher Girls spy books. Like, this is insane. I didn't even know I had these. Oh, it fell a little bit. But yeah, look, the little patterned. The only hardcover one was the final one. United, We Spy. Wow. This just gave me such a flashback. I loved these books. This is a lot. I know it's a lot. But we have space, so we're gonna try. And now we're gonna do a montage because I wanna listen to music, so. Oh, it's a scary book too. It's the Cinderella Murder. I found this at the Salvation Army. So I actually don't know what it's about. I have never read it. I just have it there. Okay. This is what I want to talk about. Queen of the Scene. This book has been with me for so long. She has some wear and tear. So I met Queen Latifah last year at my brother's football game. We're from the same city, but she was around the area filming her Equalizer TV show. My mom loves that show. I personally haven't caught up, but my mom loves that show. I've been a fan of Queen Latifah since this book. My mom played her rap music. I'm in love with Hairspray. And then this book came out, and it's Queen of the Scene, and it's about this tomboy who... Oh my god, the CD's missing. No! Okay, I have to find it. But it's about this tomboy who wears jeans underneath her skirt, her dress, and she has these really cool sneakers, and she just talks about how cool she is. And it was like a confidence book that my mom got me. And it was a CD that was in here of her reading it, so it was like Audible before Audible, and I don't even know where that is now. But when I met Queen Latifah last year, that was the first thing. I could not think about what I was going to say to her. I was so scared. Like, there's a literal Snapchat series or Instagram close friends series of me like going, should I talk to her? If I talk to her, what do I say? What's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. And literally, when I tell you, I somehow found the courage. Because when I met Keke Palmer when I was 13, I said nothing and my mom spoke for me. And like Queen Latifah and Keke Palmer are two women that inspire me so much. So I really needed to say the right thing. I literally was like, I've been with you since Queen of the Scene. Like, you are one of my favorite people to exist. Like, I appreciate you so much. And you could tell she was surprised because this came out when I was like 5 or 6. So I've been with Queen Latifah for most of my life. I've been a Queen Latifah fan for most of my life. So this was a really, really cool thing. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I know I want it to be on my shelf and I want it to be protected. So I might put it, just sneak it on this shelf with everything else up here. Yeah, it doesn't even... So now I'm gonna put most of my textbooks on the bottom shelf. And hopefully find my Shakespeare books. If not, we're almost done, which is wild. Oh, also, I have these like magazine-ish books. My comic books are here too, so I don't know if I'm gonna put them up. If I am, they're going up in the top shelf over there, because I'll show you a closer look at my shelves in a second. But like, I have the first 6 My Hero Academias. This whole shelf is gonna be My Hero Academia, so then like Attack on Titan and Haikyuu will have to move, especially if I start collecting all of it. But as of right now, we're fine. And then I got Monster recently. I haven't read it yet, but it's really big. It's like the size of actual books, so it actually doesn't fit like this up here, so I have to put it down. I want to collect all. The whole reason I'm starting this, not only is the story interesting, obviously, but when you put all the covers together, it's a collage. Like, that's really cool, and you won't even have the full collage because it's out of order. Like, that's interesting. But yeah, I have these like magazine books that like Target sold or something. So here's like an Adventure Time one. I have a regular show one somewhere, so I think I'll put those with the comic books. I have no idea. I was gonna film something else. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Queen of the Scene, the Queen Latifah book, but I also wanted to talk about this book. This is Sally Mann's Immediate Family, and it's a photography book. But the problem is, this is like a personal, like, so her children run around kind of like clothesless. So like, she was just documenting them, and it was very controversial because there were people who assumed inappropriate things or said inappropriate things, and like kind of called her a bad mom, which is like really shitty. But when I was 16, so when I was a sophomore of high school, I took my first photo class with Miss Coolman, and then I was in photo 1, and then I was in photo 2 my junior year, and then I was in AP photo my senior year. I was also a future artist. I was in this future artist program, so I got my own little studio space in my school because I went to boarding school. And I was the president of the National Art Honor Society, which, like, art and being creative is probably my favorite thing to do. So the only reason any of that was possible was Miss Coleman, and the only reason, like, I really got into photography is actually, like, Sally Mann and, like, learning more about her and stuff. So Miss Coleman actually gifted me this. I got a photography award in 2017. I like forget things. There are parts of high school that are completely like forgotten and suppressed. So when I see things like this, like it literally says photography award, I forgot that was a thing. But Ms. Coleman gifted me this in 2017, and she wrote me this really beautiful note, and this book also means a lot to me, so I have to figure out where I'm gonna put it. And yeah, when I graduated, I actually took a photo with my National Art Honor Society cord, and I just thanked her for being like the reason that I still do art. Okay, that's it. A little sentimental moment. I have no idea if this video is gonna be really long or not, so I'm gonna stop talking and put the textbooks on.
You probably prayed for that. Gave you a couple nights you never take back. Didn't mean to gas you up, you switched up so fast. If you think you can do better, go ahead. I won't miss you, no regrets. Getting really good at goodbye. I just wanna have a good time. See, I stay away from drama, strong believer in karma. Block your number so I don't go insane. And when you come to your senses and realize what you're missing, better hold that I remember your name.
Okay, so all the comic books are on the top shelf now, except for this one because I just wanted to show it. This is The Legend of Shang-Chi, and I actually got it while I was on the train, like when I was at the train station in Scotland after studying abroad with semester at sea. For those who don't know, haven't seen a video, maybe this is your first time seeing my face, I spent 4 months studying abroad on a ship, and I went to 13 different countries, and one of them was Scotland. And my friend group and I, our port city was Greenock, so we'd take the train to Glasgow every day. And while we were in Glasgow, I saw this. So I wanted to show that because I got a comic book all the way in a different country. But my love for DC and Marvel is so deep-rooted. I love most things DC and Marvel. They are my comfort things. Like my uncle is the reason I'm a big fan. So that is going on the bookshelf, and like now I guess it's time for knickknacks. So one knickknack that is not truly a knick or a knack is my Tito's Vodka Igloo cooler that I got from my mom's silent auction that happened in the beginning of October. This was a raffle prize and I got it, so it's gonna go on the top of this shelf because I had no idea where to put it. And then Bunch of Grapes is the bookstore that I went to in Martha's Vineyard. It's in the Martha's Vineyard video. I talk about getting a mug, but I never show it because I already packed it up because I didn't want to break it. This mug has Black authors only on it, and it's called like the pink font says Ideal Bookshelf, and then it's a bunch of books by Black authors, and some of the titles I have on my shelf, some of the authors I have on my shelf, some of them I don't, and I think I'm gonna make it a goal for me to read every book on this mug. But yes, that is gonna go on this shelf. And then I have a box of knickknacks actually. I always put these knickknacks on my shelf from house to house. I have like a Hello Kitty reading a book, and I have like go back to when like we had those like hipster princesses with glasses and stuff. So that's I took Tokoyami from my desk and I put him up with the My Hero Academia manga, so he's already up there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna finish putting on some knickknacks and then you'll see the shelf. I really just got back from being on set all weekend, and while I was on set, not talking about what the set was, but there were actually books given to me, and there's also a book I bought. There's also the books I brought this weekend. So we have these. So we have these 4 books to add to the bookshelf. I can't make this up. I literally just put on the books from set, and my Percy Jackson books came in the mail. I was talking about earlier in the video how I was gonna order a box set because I never owned one, and it's already here. So Percy Jackson box set also going on the bookshelf. This I've gotten in the last weekend. The 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 9 books in one weekend, unintentionally. I love that. Don't ask me how many K-pop CDs I bought this weekend either. So that's it for the bookshelf decorating video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all those fun things, and maybe say a book that you're currently reading, or a book that you really want to read but you haven't started yet. But yeah, that's it. Bye.
She asked me, really, do you love me? I said, no.